Miss Jones has been asking me some email questions about some practice questions that she got wrong, and here's one of the examples. She said she picked A as the answer and that the answer was actually supposed to be B. And she wanted to know how she could know that that was the correct answer. And the first thing that I think about when I look at these answers is how many diagnoses do we have in each answer? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 in this one, 3 here, 4 in that one, and how many in this one? 4, 2. That just helps me so that when I'm looking through the practice question, I can think, okay, what is today's diagnosis code? Is it this, 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 and this, and this? Or is it just this, this, and this? What is the answer? Another thing is I see a lot of the answers. This one, and this one have R's in them. We know that symptoms, diagnosis codes with symptoms in them, can't be used if we have a real diagnosis, right? 3 of the answers have symptoms in it. Only 1 does not. That is super helpful. What's different about one answer compared to the rest of the answers? And let me think. The other things that I would think about is only knowing and looking up the differences, if I needed to, between the I-10, the I-13, and the I-50. And that would make a difference depending on just what those 1, 2, 3 numbers in the ICD-10 book. Don't look up all the individual codes, but just the headers of those differences. That will also help you eliminate some answers. Hold on just a second. So the question states that the patient has a long history of hypertension with increasing edema, and they run some tests, and the MD changes the diagnosis to confirm that the patient now has acute and chronic heart failure is the cause of the reason why the patient's having this edema, and orders some creatinine levels due to the patient having CKD2. So that's it. Patient now is in active heart failure. So if by chance noticing that the R symptoms should not be included in this particular answer so that you know right away that B is the correct answer, if that's unhelpful, you can still go through the diagnosis codes of I-10, and you'll see that I-10 is essential hypertension. Our other difference is the I-13, and I-13 is for our hypertensive heart and chronic kidney disease, and our I-50 is for our heart failure. Knowing which one would go first and which one it would not be is essential hypertension. We know that. We've gone past just simple mild hypertension. We are definitely in a hypertensive situation with kidney disease creating the heart failure. So knowing that the hypertension with the CKD is primary over the heart failure coming after it is super helpful. So knowing that we are definitely going to be the I-13, and then we're going to be our I-50 for our heart failure, and then all we need to do is mark our kidney disease for our N18 is super helpful. But looking at these numbers just as numbers takes some practice. Count how many diagnoses you have in each answer. Look for similarities. Look for irregularities. 3 of the answers have R in them. Remember that symptoms can't be used if you have a definitive diagnosis. That would have made this clear that B is the answer, but even if you can't do that, you know you can go to the individual diagnosis codes and you can look for your individual differences through your question. Anyway, I hope this one is helpful. Don't forget, when you do find out what the answer is, take that answer and make some notes in your CPT book for yourself, so that when you do see a particular question again, maybe even on an exam, you will have the example written next to the codes that it is effective. I would write this particular example near the I-13. I would rewrite it again near the I-50-23, and then I would rewrite it again one more time at N-18.2. This practice of writing this simple little notes about this example next to each one of the answers reinforces the guidelines slowly but surely into your brain. Okay, super helpful to do that. I hope this is helpful. I've got a new schedule now that I'm trying to do for my lives and free lessons. I'm trying to do 4 days a week at 6:30 Arizona time zone. Tuesdays and Thursdays are on YouTube, and Mondays and Wednesdays are on TikTok. So I hope to see you there, 6:30 Arizona time zone. For my free lessons, they're 2 hours each day, and I hope this is helpful. Again, you can email me if you want to at medicalcodingbyjen@gmail.com if you have questions like this on certain questions. But also, because I can't get to everybody, I am behind by 4,000 emails, by the way, that I have not responded or replied to. 4,000, literally, by myself from you guys, but that's okay. I'm happy to help. You can send me those emails. I will do my best to get to you. But please utilize our Discord server. Our Discord group is super helpful. You can post questions inside there and get backup and help from other coders, especially the ones that have been around for a long time. Twinkle, our Go-Kart, our MK, Janet, they've all been there for years and years. Auntie Cece with me, and they can absolutely try to help you figure out some of the answers too. So I hope to see you guys during my live lessons, and I hope this is helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, please. Thank you.